We are from
Universe.
Let me introduce you. My name is Kevin Nadia as the CEO. This is Erlina as retail officer. This is Kristadi as B2B officer. This is Hadi Gunawan as HR officer. This is Ricky as service officer. Today I will explain you about our strategy in the last match yesterday. In our division, in our team, we divide to 7 divisions. First is procurement. Procurement have two strategy in the early game and the middle game. For the early game, we use blanket purchase for 3 retail area. We use blanket purchase. The amount is 60,000, 10% every 5 days. The next one is the middle game. The middle game, we have two strategy: blanket purchase for the retail areas and the blanket purchase for the production. But we have some problem, very big problem. Our big problem is our cash on hand is not stabilized yet. That will affect all of our division. The first effect is the production. For the first effect, for the material, for the raw material. The raw material we use blanket for the production. Then we must buy the machine after 2 days buying the raw material. The second one is the problem from the retail area. Retail area will explained by Erlina.
Okay, thank you, Kevin, for the chances you given out. But first, I want to tell you about my job in retail first. My job first is to analyze retail, rental manage, and then to setting up prices, marketing expenses, and market share. And based on the middle game problem that Kevin had been told us before, the first side effect to my retail is I cannot utilize my rental space in a efficient way. So it will cause us a great cost to the company, such as overflow of the product or efficiency of the space. So the first solution to solve that problem is to setting price elasticity as our strategy. And to support our price elasticity, I have to manage the marketing media and expenses in an effective way, so I can solve my products in success. So in that, I can keep and get more market share in retail and to fulfill our cash on hand. And the second solution will be explained by the B2B division by Kristandi.
Okay, thank you, Erlina. I'm from B2B division. As Erlina has said before, B2B is one of our key of success. So we use B2B here to earn cash on hand. As you know, B2B is one of the best way to earn cash on hand. We just have to finish the bid and then the cash will be transferred shortly after that. But we have some problems in B2B. First, as Kevin has said before, we are late on the production, so we cannot enter B2B in time. After that, we cannot really produce a lot of finished goods in the same time because we run short on the cash. After that, but we have solution to that problem. The first solution is that we procure for finished good straight to the warehouse, so we still can buy with some B2B, and then we still can get some profit and cash on hand. After that, we focus on the 5,000 products one because for us it's the most possible in terms of price and availability. As you know, the 5,000 power bank one is the cheapest of them all. And then as we proceed and take the bids, we found out that nobody is taking the 5,000 one, so that we can bid in the maximum price, and then we get a lot of profit and cash on hand from that. I usually have a spare time on B2B, so I used to coordinate with HR and service to help them with their jobs. First, I usually go to HR and help to consult the workers that have issues. After I finish with HR, I usually go to service to help the bidding. In service, we have some of strategy that is kind of unique, and that will be explained by Ricky.
Okay, thank you, Kristandi. Now this time I will explain our strategy in service divisions. We have 4 strategy. The first is we choose one thing in our bidder. The second one, we setting price by giving 20% discount from the maximum price. And the third one, we analyze order list and market demand. And the last one, I coordinate with HR. So I will explain from the first one. We choose one thing minimal bidder because it helps us to get into the bidding process easier, and then help us to make a plan for scheduling employee so it cannot use for more than one and impact for the cancelled order for the next. And the second one, we setting price at the beginning is by giving 20% discount from the maximum price. This is because we want to avoid other teams not to set very low price. And third, we analyze the order list to see the result, what price usually other teams use, so we can set the best price for the next order, and then we can win the bid. And also the marketing man, because we see what employee usually we need. And then the last one, to coordinate with HR, because HR so many problems, so I must to help to efficient our service, so can help HR to manage the employee. So next will be explained by HR about the problem.
Okay, thank you, Ricky. For the problem, the first strategy that I have, the first is transferring MRP department to services department. Why we do that? Because that's time management efficiency for operational company. And the second is about we also training, counseling, and transferring with a worker who have issue and resigning. And we also help the retail department with two ways. The first is with business intelligence. We also to have decision making to set price, marketing investment, and to see about improvement the sales. And the second is about training about the retail to invest about sales and profit.
So that's all from us. Our problem is the cash on hand is not stabilized yet. Our solution is use to B2B to earn cash on hand so much as we can. That's all from us. We are the Universe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dennis, we have time now for your question.
Thank you. Good presentation. I see a lot of energy in terms of well thought through, strategy. Now, my question is, when I see that you have, you were saying that a lot of focus on B2B, but it looks like the B2B numbers have not been, that high for you in terms of revenue, right? Am I reading it right?
Yes.
What are the challenges? Why did it not give you enough returns, enough sales?
Okay, for B2B, as I have said before, we cannot really take a lot of B2B because the production is not that big. So we just can take some of it to help us to get cash on hand, so that we can run all of our services or all of our retail, because we got cash on hand from that. So we focus on B2B to keep the business running like that.
Okay, but that so that means were there issues, logistics issues between production and B2B that was bugging you guys down? How many missions you had? 1, 2, 4?
We only have one machine. We only have one machine because we don't have enough cash on hand to buy more, and it will increase our operating expense.
And that machine, what was it? How was it running? At what level of efficiency?
Maybe it will be explained by Kevin.
The machine which was type A with capacity about 10,000. So that we need to maintain that every 9 days.
Okay, so do I then understand that you were not able to produce enough to support sales? Is that a problem? Have I understood the problem rightly?
Yeah, it is a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. So
Did you attempt to fix it?
we fix it by using procurement more often than we should have. Because we cannot really produce a lot because the cash on hand problem before. So we use procurement to finish the problem.
Okay, I see that. I think your cash on hand is also not high. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I noticed one thing, referring back almost to the same problem. It looks like there's no leverage, there's no debt, you haven't borrowed any money.
Yeah, actually we didn't know that there's a loan, so we don't use the loan.
Right, so if you can't do it again, would you borrow money to increase your size, which you can buy machines and...
We will, if back then we know that there's a loan, of course we will take the loan.
Right, okay. And
hello Team Universe, well done. The presentation was well coordinated and presented. I have a question on human resources because I look at your P&L. The amount of your human resources is significantly higher compared to the other teams that have presented so far. So the amount is about double compared to the other teams. So can you please tell us what is the human resource strategy that your team has actually faced during the game? And can you please evaluate the effectiveness of your human resource strategy? Thank you.
The first strategy that why we the operating about human resource is very high is because many worker in the human resource is some issue, and the ocean factor is not good because we must about training again for the goodness ocean factors.
apart from other mentioned crises, anything you can think of on the crisis side? Like I noticed you got three-stage game to play. Anything over the 3 stages apart from the middle stage you mentioned? That is a problem there, or crisis there.
The first problem we actually noticed that we don't know about the loan, and we don't see that there's a loan in the early game. So after we enter the mid game play, we feel like we already too hectic to know that there's a loan. So yeah, it affects on the cash on hand.
Sure. I think you've well done. You've done a good job. You've managed to find what was the challenge or issue, which is good, right? That's always the first step for you to improve on. So at least you are able to acknowledge it.
Well, exactly. Like no borrowings, and you can still make 10% on like return. It's fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.